Am I the idiot for getting angry with my wife for telling our daughters about her affair? I, 34M, am still legally married to M, 34F, but we're currently separated and have been for a year. The reason why is that the pandemic did a number to M's mental health, and she got very badly depressed to the point where she began saying things every day like our daughters would be better off without her. I need to divorce her, get a real mom for them and stuff. Honestly, I tried my best to help her, but she refused treatment, then she went and cheated, and it forced our separation. I don't really even see it as cheating because of how sick she was, but it is what it is. However, I never had a mom because mine died, and from what I have seen, she has been kind of mom to our daughters that I wish that I had. Even at the worst of her mental health issues, she has gotten a lot better now, having gone to inpatient for a bit. She seemed to be perfect to them. She's always had this thing about being extremely truthful to our daughters, but I made her promise not to tell them about her cheating because it would only drive them away from her, and I don't want them not to have a mom like me. I'd rather they not turn out like me, but a million times better than me. The girls spend the week with me and weekends with her. Except this weekend, they came back the night they went there and wouldn't talk about it until Saturday, and it turned out that M told them we separated cause she cheated. They won't talk to her, and I get it. When M phoned me begging to let me talk to them, I got angry and said some stuff that pretty much amounts to what did you think would happen. She called me an asshole for choosing to say I told you so instead of trying to help her find a way to go back to normal. And she may be right, I don't want my girls to lose their mom, but at the same time, I knew this would happen. Now for the next story. Am I the idiot for telling my mom that I'm as good as an orphan now? My 17F parents divorced when I was little because of my mom's cheating, and when my maternal side found out about the cheating, she was immediately cut off from her own family, no money, no help, no nothing. She ended up marrying her affair partner and went for full custody. That was eventually granted because she was my mom. I despised her because of that. I was unable to see my dad as much as I wanted, and between the two of them, he was the better parent. I also liked my stepmom way more than my stepdad, and in time, even than my own mom. During the first years, my mom used me to get her family back until she had her own kids after that. My mom and stepdad practically ignored me and only treated me good whenever they needed a babysitter. My mom also tried to make me stop visiting my dad. When I turned 13, I was able to choose with who I wanted to live with, and I moved in with my dad. This enraged my mom as she and her kids trashed my room, but I didn't care because I was happy to be free. Living with my dad was way different, and I even began to call my stepmom's mom. I lived with them for 3 years, until last year when my stepmom died of COVID and my dad followed after. I had to go back to my mom's house. I'll admit, she's better now. She apologized for how she behaved because she attended therapy after I was gone. The house is peaceful, I get my own space. My mother is a loving one, and her husband even behaves, and when he doesn't she defends me, but I can't seem to shake the past feelings. From my POV, I'm an orphan. I lost both my parents, and I'm forced to leave with someone I don't like at all. Last week my mom asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said nothing. That I was going to spend it at the cemetery because it's the first one without my parents and I'm not ready to do something yet. She was taken aback and said that she was still here and therefore, I still had a parent. I just shrugged and said that I was as good as an orphan now. She cried and my stepdad sent me to my room after calling me in. Please avoid any give your mother a chance, it seems she has really changed because I will not. I'm out as soon as I turn 18. Not interested in forming a relationship with her. Now for the next story. Am I the idiot for pretending I don't know my mom? I'm 21M, I have 4 siblings, 24F, 22M, 18M, and 16F. When I was 15 my mom, 44F, and dad, 45M, divorced because dad found out she had a long-term affair with his brother. They're together now and have a 5-year-old boy together. We've basically disowned our mother since that happened. She has made many attempts to reconnect and make amends, but we've rejected her every time. The only one who is in low contact with her is my little sis. They talk over the phone, but nothing else. My 18-year-old brother is the one who hates her the most since some people have questioned his paternity since the affair was uncovered. My mom tried to force the youngest ones to go to her place, but they made her life hell, so she gave up. My eldest siblings say that they've seen her many times and they just ignore her when she wants to say hi and have a conversation with them. In these 6 years, I've only seen my mom like 3 times. She wants to start a conversation, but I just treat her like a random person. I was at the grocery on Tuesday, and then my mom was with a friend of hers when she saw me. She and her friend came to me, and my mom said, "Hi, honey, it's been a long time since I saw you. How have you been?" So, I just said, "Sorry, have we met?" Her face turned red and she just walked away. My grandma, her mom, says I was TA for doing that. I feel like a little. Since everyone says she has been inconsolable ever since, my siblings say it's fine and that she deserves it. A part of me thinks this is what homewreckers and cheaters deserve, but on the other hand, she is my mom and it still hurts me seeing her suffering. I also think I went too far because my siblings only ignore her. She called my sister crying, saying that she doesn't know what else to do to have our forgiveness. Now for the next story. Am I the idiot for telling my sister-in-law that my brother is cheating? My brother has been married to a good friend of mine for over 9 years. They have 2 children together. In the past 2 years, he has been implying that he has an interest on another woman. We all, my family and his wife included, thought that it was teasing. Last week he brought his side chick to a family gathering announcing that he is polygamist. His wife didn't know about this incident, or the fact that him and his side chick are a thing now. I've been boiling all this time, but thought that the best course of action is not interfering. A week later, his wife asked me if it's actually real that he is a polygamist. I told her that she should talk to her husband about it and that it's not my place to answer. She kept calling maniacally. So I just told her that, from what I know, yes, it is real. She asked if it was real that he brought her to the family's gathering. And I answered her, from what I know, yes, he did. 20 minutes later, my sister called me screaming at me and telling me that I am a home-wrecking bitch and that I ruined my brother's family. Apparently, my brother tried to deny the whole situation, and basically my sister-in-law made sure through me that the whole situation is actually real, so my brother called my sister complaining about me. I now second-guess myself, but at the same time, I feel that if I was in my sister's-in-law shoes, I would feel betrayed if I knew that other people knew and didn't tell me. But at the same time, he is still my brother. AITA for confirming her questions? Should have I insisted on not answering her?